Oh yeah, what is the difference between a fat kid and a Jew? They both had time. What?
See, like that's an anti-Semite.
I dedicate this. Wait, what? I'm mentioned here. I dedicate this convo to Hassan Piker, iDubbbz, and Anissa, who insist that I'm hallucinating anti-Semitism. This is a very persistent hallucination.
No, that's an anti-Semitic post, Ethan. You know that's an anti-Semitic post. What's that got to do with him? What does that got to do with him? When people say you're hallucinating anti-Semitism, it's when you
call... This guy probably doesn't like me either.
Oh, no. One thing I was looking at is like, if you go back through your videos, the only person that's like criticizing Fuentes consistently for the last 6 years is you, and other streamers in this zone are like hanging out with him and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like this anti-Semitism accusation is not borne out by the facts, other than the facts you spin off of a, out of context clips.
Hamas on behalf of their international...
Oh, it's Hamas. He's doing the thing.
Hamas on behalf of international spokespersons like Hassan Piker, they sure aren't doing it for the people of Gaza who will only suffer worse from further provocation. Has Hassan ever suggested that Hamas surrender? He reposted Hen Mazik.
Just surrender, bro. Israel will...
Dude, this guy literally
leave.
thinks
they won't
I'm
annex
Hamas.
Gaza.
Like, I think he genuinely thinks that, like, I have control over this situation. This is insane to, like, take a ongoing genocide and actively turn it back to, like, your own personal distaste for your former podcast co-host because he made you feel bad when he was gently trying to explain to you that you can't call, like, Jewish Voice for Peace capos. Like, if he had listened to me in October 2023, okay, and respected me and wasn't so deeply Islamophobic and a massive piece of shit, he wouldn't be in this situation right now. He wouldn't be looking like a 40-year-old man who just cannot comprehend that this is beyond him and myself. It is crazy. But it's also insane because there's so many people that literally think that this person is actually still invested in like the emancipatory needs of Palestinians. This is just not the case. Like, this is an incredibly selfish, incredibly self-centered person.
I mean, it's just insane to say you're
like he just keeps saying Hassan Piker
and only use talking points that propagate the genocide. Whatever he said about Hamas surrendering the hostages is the line from Israel. The official line. It's the official state-sanctioned, U.S. weapons shipment-sanctioned line to justify a genocide. Just return the hostages and we'll stop. No, you won't. Of course you won't. That's not true. That's never been true. And they don't want the hostages.
Hamas has literally set conditions of surrender 1,000,000 times. The last round of ceasefire negotiations. This is just like objectively untrue.
It's just misinformation. Like, literally.
You are spreading misinformation at the behest of Israel while simultaneously claiming that you're an ally of Palestinians. I don't understand what this man disagrees with Benjamin Netanyahu or with Israel in general. If he's saying that, like, Hamas is doing Israel's propaganda for them since we're trying everything to stop the killing and we suggest that Hamas surrender. Are you stupid? That's literally the number one thing that Israel defenders have been saying since October 9. Yes, Hamas has openly stated that they want to, on October 10th, 2023, they said they would release all hostages if Israel doesn't invade the Gaza Strip. Since then, they have put forth more than 40 different proposals where they've talked about a hostage swap for both the prisoners of war that Hamas has currently, which are the remaining hostages, or prisoners of war, they're Israeli military, they're IDF people that they have in captivity still, in exchange for Palestinians that are in administrative detention, 10,000 plus Palestinians that are in administrative detention, 2,000 more of them that Israel has actually kidnapped since October 7th, specifically so they can use them as a bargaining chip. And Hamas has said 1,000,000 times over that they would disband, that they would allow the Gaza Strip to be controlled by a technocratic committee over and over and over again. Benjamin Netanyahu and his team have said no to this proposal. In any case, people like Hassan Piker want the people of Gaza to pay with their own blood so we can continue to profiteer off the tragedy is so stupid.
I came in with the intention today to try and avoid talking about people like this. But when we got on
I thought we were doing slop tubers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, specifically, I guess, yeah, he's one of the slop tubers, and we can. I don't know. It's just like, I think before talking about it, just establishing the fact that, like, there's a focus, a hyperfixation from that community, but also from people that are pro-Palestine on what these people are saying and doing, and what they're not saying and doing. And when they spread propaganda, that should be focused on, but it needs to be placed in the bigger context of what's happening rather than just this guy is a Zionist freak that's supporting a genocide. It's like he is, but so is the U.S. government, and so is like a lot of the public, and that's the problem. He is not the problem. His actions are the result of this broader system. But when he says shit, like when he's doing propaganda, like obviously we should talk about it.
But when someone says like I'm a stalwart ally of Palestinians,
that's the big thing, right? Saying you're an ally.
That makes me so mad because it's like I'm a stalwart ally of Palestinians. I spend every waking moment attacking other pro-Palestine content creators, demanding that they get deplatformed, sue them for fucking ridiculous shit, try to silence them over and over again, spend every waking moment having my sizable audience fucking attack them, no matter where they are, literally spam like media hits that they do, and try to get them to be deplatformed or at least like have be blackballed. Basically, it's not even working, but it doesn't matter. And then on top of that, say the exact same shit that Benjamin Netanyahu is saying when it comes to, it's actually Hamas. It's actually Hamas that's responsible for the starvation of Palestinians. Okay, well then what's the difference between you and Benjamin Netanyahu in this regard? You are saying the exact same shit that he's saying.
And it's not like the Hitler drank water argument, right? Where it's like these things you're doing are unrelated and the comparison isn't unrelated. The talking point and the propaganda you are saying is the exact same propaganda that's being used to justify the genocide. They're not unrelated. And when the propaganda you're using is used in service to attack pro-Palestine advocates, then you're doing exactly what the state of Israel is doing in committing a genocide. You're running cover for it. You're propagandizing for it. You're normalizing it for millions of people on the internet. And that's why we say you backed it, is because there's only two options really, right?
Yeah. Here's a link to the vanilla thing. I think
who hit me up today on Instagram? Teddy Fresh. They said, "Hey, we'd love to send you some stuff." How about?
This is incredibly anti-Semitic. Please don't watch this.
How about that?
You're going no. Her chest going no way. Oh hell no.
Sorry, I don't know. Do I need like media training now that I'm like have more people in here? How about?
That's funny.
How about? Oh brother, this guy stinks. Are you out of your freaking mind?
Do they design the merch themselves?
Bro, it's so over. 1.5 million likes on this, dude.
Really? Yeah, it's over. I've never seen that many likes on TikTok, I don't think.
The millennials who wear only pastel. The millennial who only wear color block pastel.
Wait, pull
are
up
gonna
Teddy
come for
Fresh.
me?
Let's look at some of it.
No, I'm not.
Because it literally is
God
that.
damn it. Please, even if
that's
Ethan
the-
wasn't a raging frigging lunatic, I still would never wear
certain-
so butt-ass ugly. Oh my god. Okay, anyway.
Here's another dipshit I need to deal with. Why can't y'all take a day off? So brave to dogpile a Jewish creator who was at the CPS's skull sent to his house in retaliation.
Snarker. Stop it. Dude, he said I was trying to kill him the other day. He's awesome, man. He's so awesome. Stop.
Oh, you're dogpiling on me. So brave.
So anti-Semitically.
Oh, yeah. You sent the skulls. You are Hamas.
She totally sent the skulls.
Yeah, that's so funny. It's like he did so much content around like skulls being sent to his house and like CPS being called to his house or something. And I think it's like ridiculous, obviously, to do those things. It's fucked up, right? And I said that from the start. But he tried to bring that to every conversation where it was like, oh, you don't like Teddy Fresh? You sent skulls to my house. How dare you say you don't like my wife's adult baby clothes at a time in this troublesome time.
That's murder, bro.
In this troublesome time where I've had, as a Jewish man, skulls sent to my house.
It's not even that he has it. It's like she helped because she said this thing. She's a part of the snark, the giant scary thing that's all around me that did skull stuff and did CPS. It's like, I don't know. It's like a guy that's backed into a corner, alone in a room.
Bye, Teddy Flop, or you're a Hamas.
Holy.
No, I didn't say anything about Judaism, CPS, or skulls.
Oh man, it was
TikTok
just
hates that guy.
Yeah, it's not. Twitter obviously is already a shitty ass space to try to figure out whether someone is good or not. But he's got the only place he can hide in is his Instagram stories at this point because no one can like respond to it.
Yeah, and he's like said that publicly, right? Like I like posting these because no one can say anything.
No
back.
one can just like quote retweet him. So he just like can say from his hug box whatever he wants. His own chat, which is like heavily moderated to eradicate all criticism, even from fans. I guess like that's it. He just has his little community that's increasingly getting smaller and smaller, and the clothing business is falling apart. Other producers in the space are leaving. No one wants to collaborate with him, and he just can't understand why. And he just keeps pushing over and over and over again.
When you get on NPR, it's because you paid, but he's not on NPR. He's paying like random Substack writers to write AI articles about how, it's anti-Semitic to not buy his clothes. This contributes to anti-Semitism very a lot. Because it's cheapening. It's saying, anytime a Jewish person, something happens to them that they don't like, they just call it anti-Semitic. That doesn't mean anything now. So now I'm anti-Semitic. Like that process is these types of things like facilitate that process, which doesn't absolve blame from people being anti-Semitic. But it's like if you're weaponizing it every time something bad happens, then you're cheapening it. Like you're making it something that doesn't actually have real world effects. Right? Yeah, he's a weird.
So anyway, you would expect Hassan to make this valiant.
Hassan's shocking and totally unexpected response to the Mikey clip.
Who's Mikey?
It was Michael from Pennsylvania who's banned right now, and then immediately was like, "Oh, I meant Zionism. I didn't mean Judaism." But
he said like Judaism is a constructed demonic identity, but then he said it was Zionism. He meant to say, right?
Yeah, and then they of course snipped the second part. I mean, you got God. That's you know
you can't be saying that, white baby.
Yeah, you got God. And it's funny because like I didn't know what he had said at the time. I just literally said, I don't know what he said. I'm talking about children being starved right now, and this is what you want to bring up because you want to farm a clip. I ultimately don't care. I'm not Michael from Pennsylvania. Go take it up with him. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And I also said in the process, you're just looking to farm a clip from me.
Yeah.
And they clipped it. And then he literally played that part on his stream. This is the video. I saw this.
Offering to his Jewish audience. And if there are any Jewish audience left in his crowd, which I'm sure there are maybe a few of the the ones who are proud tokens to be spent by a person who wants you to die.
You hear that, chat? All Jewish folks in the chat? He wants you to die. And they're still here.
Yeah.
Are you guys? You need mental health. They're suicidal.
Must hate yourselves.
They're suicidal. Please get some mental health.
And not in the regular depressed kind of way, but in a special, different kind of way. You hate yourself. You want, you're all tokens. Oh.
Not anti-Semitic, by the way. Him saying that. Yeah, not anti-Semitic. Crazy, bro.
And who's about to defend a Nazi? Let's hear what he has to say. But I hope that if there are any Jewish people left in his audience.
Low to no.
Right,
okay.
But yeah. Okay.
Dude,
God, Dan. Oh, this is the saddest. This makes me more sad than Ethan's decline, honestly. This man has a proud history of like being direct descendants of Bolsheviks. Like he is part of the reason why I did Leftover, you know? And now he just is the most well-paid babysitter, I guess, and has slowly but surely increasingly become a bigger and bigger writer when initially his role was to just like keep Ethan in check. And now he's just low, but no.
That one was clanking around my brain as well.
Oh, well, you should have got.
Yeah, like,
the
I don't know,
moment.
like 2 episodes ago,
Yeah.
Ethan made the claim that I said that I was trying to kill him. That I said that I said you should get a gun and go kill a propagandist. It was something to that effect. I'd have to get the timestamp. It was crazy, like crazy thing. And Dan immediately was like, he didn't say that. Nope, that's not what he said. And he was like, I'm pretty sure he did say it. He was like, nope, that's not what he said. We can pull it up. And then he's like, no, I'm pretty sure he did say that. And then we watched it. It was like, oh, he didn't say that at all. What are you saying? But then Ethan's like, well, it was pretty much the same thing. And Dan's like, yeah. And then they move on. And it's like, oh, he's willing to challenge him, but it doesn't like it's the king on the throne. Like there's nothing you can do at that point.
No, he's not even like challenging him. He's just ass covering so he doesn't get
legal.
himself.
It's a legal threat. Like he lost that lawsuit, right? Like he knows what defamation. I mean, he doesn't know what defamation is apparently, but because he's still doing it. But like he has people around him that are
for him. It's literally he actively defames me and Sam Cedar with regular frequency in like horrible ways, right?
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Should we watch the content?
So go ahead, Hassan. Teach us how it's done. Paragon of anti-racism.
Let's go.
I don't know what Mike from PA said, okay? And I don't care about what your concern is. Let's be real. You are not concerned. You are just trying to simply farm a clip.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They did. They literally did do that.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Like they were successful.
Yeah, and Dan is like, they were successful. They farmed the clip off you.
Oh, they're gonna farm this clip. No, and then it just cuts right to him fucking
gotcha.
ending the clip.
He's so pathetic.
But also he saw
That
the
sounded more like he doesn't give a shit about
Yeah,
Mike
I've
Pierre,
already
if I'm being
been
honest.
Antisocial behavior,
Which
you
is
know?
in line with what we have previously kind of asserted, that he's sort of not really in the inner circle despite wanting to be.
I don't think
This is a straight up bar for bar. Shame on you, Dan. You know that you are repeating something that the Pestini community has cultivated. You are literally saying that bar for bar. That like Mike from PA wants to be in Hassan's inner circle and he's not a part of it. It's like Mike from PA is his own man.
That guy
Okay,
makes like 20 grand a month on subs.
yeah,
man.
he's an adult. He has his own successful content creation. He has his own views. It's just so sad to just constantly be like, no, Mike wants to be Hassan's friend and Hassan doesn't give a shit about him. It's like, it's parasocial. It's silly.
Got invited to the
Because like what
That's
what-
not what's
as it
happening
was
here.
clipped,
Yeah, I don't think that's what's happening.
That's not what's happening.
I think
Mike
what you're
said
saying
was anti-Semitic. The way it was clipped, talking about Judaism as a demonic ethnicity. Of course, that's obviously anti-Semitic, but it was clipped out of context apparently. And you can't.
But if it
defend
doesn't
what he
matter,
said.
there's no
Doesn't
defense
matter.
of it.
There's no defense of what you
it.
say, and
It's
it's
like- it's like
anti-Semitic
when
to say
someone-
that. But being mad at that, not for what he said, but because you didn't respond to it immediately, and it's not like your response was adequate, even if you didn't watch it, is like, oh, you're content brain. Like that's not actually about anti-Semitism at that point.
Like you said, you have a childish brain and you do childish things.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. Mike from
funny.
PA is way more radical than you and pretty often disagrees with you on stream. Great. I have no issues with people who disagree with me who are on the left. I've said this over and over again. I don't have issues with people who disagree with me. I think that's healthy. That's a normal part of discourse. That's how it should be. That's how my fans should be as well. You shouldn't be going to other content creators who are on the left, who are advocating for progress, advocating for the same things that you want. But because they have like any sort of disagreement with me or with whatever your worldview is, you shouldn't be like going into their chats and like constantly chirping at them. By the way, you called this out ahead of time.
didn't realize he
While discussing the Netanyahu interview, Ethan Drying draws a line, an equivalence between the Prime Minister of Israel and a Yemeni teen TikTok influencer.
No way.
No, they think he's worse than Benjamin
Yeah,
Netanyahu.
Totally.
That's the thing. Like they literally think it's worse.
was even
than that.
saying shit like, "Oh, your worst take is that he's Burger King."
The whole thing was Netanyahu saying we're so relatable, we're just like Americans. And actually, it's not just about protecting Israel, it's about protecting you. It was insane.
It was let's humanize the killing of
Yeah.
Palestinians. It was genuinely just like, what are we? I can't believe they had access to that, and I can't believe that it was carried out. I genuinely just like, it is so dangerous that such stupid people have access to such powerful, stupid people.
And to add on to what you said, Tom,
can't
like I
believe
think Hassan said there's no circumstances in which I would interview Netanyahu. And I think Netanyahu's like the one
That's
exception.
not
where,
true. He
like,
said he would interview Netanyahu.
from what I saw, he said no. Unless
No, I said
you
I
say
wouldn't
about it?
interview. I said I wouldn't interview Nick Fuentes, and I wouldn't platform Nick Fuentes. Benjamin Netanyahu, I would interview. I would just be incredibly critical,
Said a
obviously.
different
You
point,
platform
but-
Netanyahu.
Nah, he
Yes,
said he
I
would.
Unbelievable.
Although I'm sure he said I'm equipped to interview Netanyahu. Meanwhile, again, he goes, I heard you guys have this video. He goes, you guys asked him about Burger King and McDonald's, like, which is crazy. And then you crash cut to Hassan being like, yo, there's KFC in Yemen, bro.
This
Same
only works if you legitimately think that even a prominent figurehead within the Ansar Allah movement is equivalent to Benjamin Netanyahu. They are not, let alone a random Yemeni TikTok influencer. They're not equivalent. Yes, One is on the right side of this genocide, anti-genocide. The other one is the one responsible for doing the genocide. That's why you're mad.
Yeah, in
No
the just
way.
world, Rashid would be able to sue these people for everything
Yeah.
they have because the evidence they had for him being a Houthi is crazy. But even if he was, right?
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're so
against the
unbelievably
genocide. They're against the genocide.
They're so unbelievably committed to the delusion that this guy is a Houthi is what they keep repeating over and over again. Even if he was, it doesn't matter. And I've said that from day one. Like I have told Ethan Klein 10 toes down within the framework of Israel doing a genocide and a regional actor trying to take action against Israel doing a genocide. The Houthis are right. They are correct. They're correct to do a naval blockade.
They're the only ones following international law. The obligations of states under the Genocide Convention to intervene against genocide.
Norm
They're the only ones.
Finkelstein literally said the Houthis deserve a Nobel Peace Prize, that they're heroes of morality.
What a hack loser that guy is. Fuck
Ooh.
him.
Do the hamburger.
Like they're talking about the
I love that they
interview.
invited Hassan Piker on to nestle in so comfortably with Myron, Nick Fuentes.
Wait, what?
And Sneeko. He's
Wait. Now he's saying I'm like nestling in with Myron, Sneeko, and Nick Fuentes, people who despise me, by the way, and I despise them.
And you've talked about that at length.
And I have talked about
For
them
like, what?
more than he has. That's the craziest part.
Exactly.
Because I do care about anti-Semitism. He doesn't. He just wants to weaponize it against not even like critics of Israel necessarily, but it usually is critics of Israel, obviously. But but it's more so just people who make him feel bad.
It's Jews in your chat. Like he said Jews in your chat are tokens. He called them tokens.
That's that's anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Myron, Nick Fuentes, and Sneeko. He has the same valuable opinion as all of them on the topic of Israel. He's a valuable voice in the panel of great anti-Semitic lunatics. So, by the way,
is no one gonna push back? What happened? Did their mics get muted? Like I know none of those months in the room feel that way.
You saw how like even he on his own got to the point of talking about you, and that riled him up to the point where like he's yelling. And they didn't even say anything. So I'm assuming challenging him on that point on anything to do with you would result in, I'm pretty sure it has. He kind of freaks out. So it's like,
he does.
Everyone's like, I don't want to say anything about this because this guy's going to freak out at me and it's going to be uncomfortable for the next hour. I think that the inability for people to distinguish between that group of people that are anti-Semites that have extensive evidence of being anti-Semitic versus you who is pro-Palestine and has an extensive evidence of being against anti-Semitism, and then framing you as just the same thing because they're not willing to even look into it.
How is Goblin anti-Semitism? Ethan is a goblin because of his behavior, not his identity. Let's make it known. No, Ethan himself is like called himself goblin mode over and over again. But I think now that his community has changed so much in the last year or so that people think that people are being anti-Semitic when they call Ethan being a goblin. Like that was his own personal assessment that he would just be like, he calls it goblin mode.
Yeah, it's like the whatever historical tropes are being invoked that have history to them are now just being used to defend Israel.
Like goblin is like
rats and
like
goblins.
J.K. Rowling has basically really pushed that rope. Okay,
Gringotts goblins are crazy.
Yeah, they're. What do you mean, money goblins? They control the money
with the big noses.
Nuts.
That's so nuts.
Yeah, but no, I think like with Ethan, it's just like he's calling himself goblin mode, which is usually an indication that like his former fans, when they call him a goblin, they're literally referencing that, and it's really interesting because like his new fans don't know that.
Right. And they're all Zionists, so they think it's anti-Semitic.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I was invited to participate in that panel. You know what? I didn't want to have anything to do with it. How about that?
What? Anyway, all right, we're done with this shit.